he stay dropping them bangers.
Use that poker, don't let nobody see you, man. Too much mud, sipping on junk to reap, man. Scroll through pictures of myself, gotta face my demons, man. If no one knows, I'm doing myself.
What is up, YouTube? It is showtime and I am back with yet again another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best and the worst badges for all you centers out there on NBA 2K22. Now before we get started, I recently did leave a community post asking what type of content you guys want to see more of, and the votes have kind of spoken for themselves. I will definitely be getting you guys more gameplay all weekend long. I'm recording straight gameplay so I can drop it within the week, so I do expect a lot more gameplay. For those of you guys wanting live streams, let me know. A lot of you guys want to see me do live streams. If I'm being completely honest, the reason why I don't do live streams is because I rage a lot. Like, I honestly rage, and the people I play with can be very toxic. So if that's something you guys want to see on live stream, I'll try my best to do so. I expect to start streaming a lot more, probably during the months of March and so on. So let me know. Go check the community tab, check my post, and leave any feedback you guys have of what type of content you guys want to see. And with that being said, we can kind of get straight to today's video on the best and the worst badges for you center builds out there. So the first section we're going to start off is the finishing badges. We're going to go section by section. So I'm going to show you guys the worst and the best badges, basically just rating all the badges section by section, badge by badge, for all you centers out there. So first things first, acrobat. Do I like this badge? No. And the reason why is because I don't use it. I can't like something I don't use. Now I do not know how great this badge is, but personally I do not use it, and we can kind of just leave it at that. Now we have the badge back down punisher. This can be good if you guys are post scorers. So all you post scorers out there that are on the ones court and so on, and using the all blue pie chart or that sort of thing, you guys can definitely be using back down punisher on Hall of Fame. That's something I see a lot of you guys do. Next badge we have is dream shake. This is something a lot of you center post scorers out there will use. So yes, this is a good badge. If I was a post scorer, I'd probably end up using it. Drop stepper, another cool badge to have if you guys are a post scorer. Fast twitch, a very important badge, probably one of the top 5 best finishing badges in the game. What this does is it speeds up the standing layups or dunks around the rim. So this is a very important badge that you guys need to make sure you guys have on at all times. Put it as high as you possibly can, and that would definitely help speed up the animations you're doing anytime you guys are standing around the rim and doing layups or dunks. Next, you guys have limitless takeoff, probably the #1 finishing badge in the game in my opinion. This is the most important. What this does is allow you guys to have a farther takeoff point when performing dunks. This is actually going to allow you guys to get certain animations. So there's certain dunk packages that coexist better when you're using there's different dunk packages that work better when you're using certain badges. So limitless takeoff and certain dunk packages like the quick drops in the Michael Jordan one, they coexist together very well. So it's important you guys have this badge on as high as you guys possibly can. I usually have it on gold or Hall of Fame depending on the build I'm using. Hook specialist, great for post scorers once again. Grace under pressure, I'm not a big fan of at all. I've tried it out this year and I'm not really a fan of it. It's all right, but it's not a badge I'd use. Giant Slayer, now this can be good if you guys are a 6'7" build. For those of you guys who haven't seen a 6'7" build or don't know of any good ones, I've dropped a few ones within the year, so go check them out. Giant Slayer is a great badge to use if you're smaller than people. If you're smaller than the average build, you guys can definitely get some crazy layups down against people who are much taller than you. So yeah, there you go. We have the fearless finisher badge. Now this badge is it's good. It's a little bit cheesy because the paint mash right now is really bad. The paint defense is really bad. So fearless finisher, you guys can definitely use to your advantage. It's a great badge. I usually use it as high as I can. Next we have Lob City finisher. Now this is not a great badge by any means, meaning you guys can get away with it on bronze. It's not really a badge you need, so I'm going to rate this like not a great badge. So go ahead and leave that on bronze if you do decide to use that one. Mouse in the house is a great badge. So are you centers out there who are really tall? This is a badge that can definitely work in your advantage. Now when I say really tall, I think this badge works better for people who are 6'10" and taller. The average center build nowadays is usually between 6'7" and 6'8" and maybe 6'9", but you know, 6'10" and taller is what we consider a tall center build. So if you are a tall center build, I posted plenty of 6'10" center builds. I have some new taller builds coming soon, but the 6'10" is really good, and it's really common and populated, like it's popular. The 6'10" badge, sorry, I can't talk today. It's popular, and you can definitely use that build to your advantage. The 6'10" build, and use Mouse in the House, a great badge. Postman Technician, another great one for post scorers. We have Posterizer. Honestly, a lot of people feel like Posterizer isn't a very effective badge. People are saying that they've dunked on people without it. They say they've dunked on people with it on bronze, silver, and gold. It's just one of those badges. Now usually, personally, I always put it on the highest possible because I want to always improve the likelihood of me being able to dunk on somebody. So there you guys have that. Pro Touch, another cool badge for post scorers, definitely great for you post scores, use it as high as you guys can. Putback boss, not a very big fan of, honestly. It's not that I'm not a big fan of it, but there are other badges out there. You don't need an increased shot percentage. If you guys are taking good attempts and using other badges like mouse in the house, fearless finisher, slithery finisher, you guys have badges like fast twitch, just finishing badges, and you really don't need this badge. So, and then we have rise up, definitely probably the second most important badge in the game. If you're a big man, you guys know how important it is to be able to dunk under the basket, so this is going to help you guys with that. We have slithery finisher, which is another great finishing badge to have when trying to finish around the rim. Now my one dilemma with this badge is it says improves a player's ability to avoid contact when attacking the rim. That kind of off puts me because I like getting contact dunks, so I feel like it's kind of contradictory to that, so I don't necessarily understand the badge, I guess, but I don't use it. I usually use fearless finisher over it, but if I have extra badges, I'll definitely throw it on. I think it's more to help when you guys are dribbling towards the basket and you like slide but get by people. I think that's what it's more relating to, but it's, yeah, cool badge, definitely worth using. Teardropper, not a big fan of at all. And then we have unstrippable, which is great. Once again, I definitely use unstrippable if you're a much taller center build with a very low ball handle. It's easy to get ball stripped in this game, so if you were like 6'10" or taller, I'd definitely throw this badge on. And then now we can kind of move on to the actual shooting badges, some of the best shooting badges you guys can use for your center builds out there. So as you guys can see on screen, I'm on a shooting center build. Now I'm basically going to show you guys the badges one by one, so we're going to go over this one quickly. Blinders, a great badge, by far probably the best shooting badge in the game. This is going to allow you guys to be able to shoot lights out and kind of help you guys when people try to contest you from side angles. So this is a great badge, definitely use it. Catch and shoot, 100% be using. Chef is not necessarily a badge I would use if you were a center or a big man. This is more of a big man video, so no, I really wouldn't. Unless you're a stretch big, then this can be a great badge, but other than that, I really wouldn't be using this badge. Same with Circus 3, is not really a big man's badge. Clutch shooter can be. If you want to use this badge, use it on bronze or silver at most. And then we have the corner specialist. The corner specialist is great, especially for you big men out there who shoot corner or you poppers. When you're on the ISO, this is a great badge to have. So yeah, definitely have this badge on bronze, silver, around there. Have this badge, great badge. Deadeye, not a very effective badge. It's a great badge, but you do not need it high. That's what I mean effective. So you can get away with it on bronze, silver, and it's just fine. Difficult shots and fade ace, definitely not two badges I'd be using on a big man build. You guys have the, unless you're a post scorer and you want the post fades, this is a good badge. That's one that could be a good badge. Difficult shots, in no situation would a big man be using this build. Green machine, great badge to use. Oh, my controller died, give me 1 sec. Yeah, so green machine is a great badge to use. This is gonna help you guys green back to back threes. Yo, my charger's falling. I'm not even gonna edit this out, bro. It's just raw content, bro. It is what it is. Controller died. All right, so we got the green machine, great badge to use. Hot zone hunter, most important, probably behind blinders, most important. This is gonna help you guys shoot way better when you guys are shooting from hot zones. Hot zones are areas that you guys shoot very frequently from and are shooting good percentages at, so it's gonna boost that percentage and make you guys an even better shooter. Limitless spot up, an important badge depending on the situation. It boosts the range that you can actually shoot from, so if you plan on shooting from crazy distances, if you're a stretch, or you're pick and popping on top of the key and you want to shoot from on top of the key, this is important, so definitely use that. If you're a corner sitting, not really, you do not need it at all. Lucky number 7, this can be a good badge, but not for big men in specific. You guys usually are not the ones scoring within the first 7 seconds of the shot clock going down. Mismatch expert, this one not so much either. You're a big man, so usually you're versing other people that are tall. This works better if you're really short and then you're shooting over tall people. And then rhythm shooter, no, not really. Centers are not here breaking down their defenders. Set shooter, wouldn't recommend it either. It kind of, the only way set shooter works is if you take your time during your jump shots, it'll help, but who wants to take their time? You guys want to get a quick release and get a quick shot off. Slippery off ball is a pretty good badge if you're a stretch big, or even if you're a big man like me. Inside, you guys can just put it on bronze. If you're a stretch, I'd put it way higher because it helps you move better off the ball. You guys can kind of dex around the court and get better off ball plays and off ball baskets, so this can be very, very good for sharpshooters. Sniper, most important, probably third most important, probably the number 1 most important actually. This helps you guys make your whites, so if you guys are getting full bars whites and not getting greens, this is going to help you guys knock those down. And then you guys have stop and pop and volume shooter, which are 2 badges I'm not a big fan of for big men. Volume shooter could be cool, you guys could use this badge, but wouldn't really recommend it. Same thing with stop and pop. And then we can kind of move on with some of the best playmaking badges to use with you guys big men build. So as you guys can see, we are on the playmaking. I'm gonna show you guys some of the best and the worst playmaking badges for you centers out there. So first, bailout, Definitely probably the most important behind bullet passer. So bailout is a very important badge. If you can, use it on gold or silver, not gold or silver, silver or bronze at most. Very important badge. You guys are going to need it for all those times you guys have went up accidentally or took a bad attempt and then you guys want to throw it and kick it out and make a dime pass. This badge is going to save you. It will literally bail you out. You guys have the floor general badge, which I really wouldn't be using like that. For centers, I'm good on that badge. It's a good badge, but really not an ideal center badge unless you have a lot of extra playmaking. Then you guys can go ahead and like use that. Post playmaker, this seems like a solid badge. I haven't used it too much, and it definitely seems good. It says boost the shot percentage on passes made out the post to a shooter. So a lot of times you guys will be in the post, kick it out to someone, you pump fake, you know, kick it out to someone. This badge could work effective, but I feel like that badge is almost the same thing as dimer. So dimer and post playmaker, same thing, depending on where you're passing the ball. Obviously you guys have tight handles. No, not for centers. Triple threat juke, wouldn't use it for centers unless you're a post scorer. I see post scorers use this badge. Unpluckable, important, but it's not that effective, so I use mine on bronze or silver sometimes. Those are the best. I really wouldn't use it gold. It doesn't work that well, so I personally just use it on bronze. Quick chain, nope, you're a center. It's more of a dribbling badge. Glue hands is a great badge. This helps you guys catch certain passes. There's animations in this game where you guys will catch a pass and you'll fly out of bounds. This will prevent that from happening. Break starter, you do not need at all. I'm telling you guys, you can throw full court passes without this badge for days. And a badge I think that is basically just as good and maybe better than break starter, way better, is bullet passer. Bullet passer is break starter basically. Use it as high as you can, whether that be on silver, gold, bronze, whatever it is your center build allows you to use it on. Use that as high as you guys can. Handles for days, not really an ideal center badge. You guys are not dribbling the ball. Quick for step is nerfed this year. I feel like the effectiveness is not there. I usually will use it on silver, but if you guys want to use it on gold or bronze or Hall of Fame, whatever you guys get it on, that's cool for you centers out there. Space creator, not an ideal badge for centers. Same thing with hyperdrive. We already spoke about dimer. Dimer can be a good badge for you guys passing abilities. If you guys want to boost the percentage in which the people you pass the ball to. And then you guys have downhill, which I really wouldn't, I don't use it this year. Last year it was pretty good. It's not all that this year. And then needle threader is a alright badge. I've used this badge for inbound passes because there's been some inbound passes where I've struggled on the inbound, and needle threader has helped me. I used it on silver one time, even bronze. And then you get some special delivery, which you guys really do not need. And now we can move on to last but not least, the defensive badges, the best and the worst defensive badges to be using on you guys center builds. So as you guys can see, we are on the build that's going to allow us to get these defensive badges. Now when it comes out to the defensive badges, you guys got to really pick and choose because there's so many good ones. So for example, let's go with the ankle braces. This one is really not a badge you guys should be using unless you're a lockdown. Ball stripper is a underrated badge. What I'll do is maybe I'll make a video on how to use the ball stripper badge because it's really good. I use mine on bronze or silver and it works just fine. Great badge this year. Box, obviously a great badge just for you guys to box out your opponents to get rebounds for. I usually use mine on Hall of Fame. Brick wall is a great badge to help you guys set screens, obviously. And then chase down artist, perfect badge, really good badge. Now the effectiveness is not good. Now the badge is good, but the effectiveness is not good. So I'm saying you guys can get away with using this badge on silver, honestly. And then you guys have clamps, which can be good. Centers who use clamps are aids. Like centers who are getting ISO'd often or switch on defense. It all depends on you guys' defensive scheme or tactics. If you guys are a team that likes to switch a lot, then clamps could be useful if you're playing a lot of on ball. But personally, I play great perimeter defense and have no clamps on at all. Sometime on the twos, I'll be getting ISO'd. Like I'll just go on the twos to try and get some VC, quick VC. That's when I notice, then I'll use it. We have defensive leader. Defensive leader is a great badge. Not a lot of people use it. It's underrated, but it's a great badge. It boosts the defensive abilities of teammates around you. So this can be a good badge. Hustler's a great badge. Helps you guys get those balls. No homo. Oh my gosh, pause. It helps you get the ball when it's going out of bounds. Interceptor is a great badge for the passing lanes. And then Intimidator is a great badge, but this one's not effective. And Interceptor and Intimidator are both badges that I find that are, no, I love having Intimidator high, but Interceptor, ever since the patch, I've been using it on silver and it's been just good, just fine with it. So Hustler I use on silver too. Menace is good if you're playing on ball defense, but you know, you really don't need the Menace badge really. Off ball pass, not really into that badge. Pick dodger, we're center, so we're not really voiding screens. We go under screens for the most part, so you guys really should need this badge. Pickpocket, this pickpocket is actually a good badge for centers. I've been using it. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I won't. Recently I have not been using it, but if you want to, it can make you guys very toxic off the hedge or off the switch, because you guys can kind of get a rip off them or on your double teams and stuff. So pickpocket can be good. And then we have pogo stick. This is a cool badge. If you guys find that at the rim you guys are having issues like jumping on time, use pogo stick. The paint defense is pretty broken right now, so pogo stick could definitely assist you with that. We have the worm badge, which I'll drop a tutorial on how to use. This helps me break people's box out. I do use this badge on Hall of Fame at the moment, and I do like it a whole lot. Tireless defender, wouldn't be using. Rim protector, probably the most important badge to use as any center in the game. You guys should be using this badge always to help you guys get blocks at the rim. Rebound chaser, probably the second most important, maybe even number one, to help you guys get rebounds. You guys really need these two badges on the maximum at all times. And then you guys have post lockdown, which I really wouldn't be using unless I was a big man, and that is, or an inside post scorer, I mean, because I am a big man. If you guys are inside post scorer and you guys are playing other post scorers, this could definitely help you. And that is basically it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy the video on the best and the worst badges to be using on you guys center builds on NBA 2K22. Remember, always use the badge setup that you guys find comfortable. Other badges, in my opinion, are better than others, but at the end of the day, some of you guys got something going for yourself. You guys find certain badges that other people don't like, some unorthodox badge setups, and it works for you. So if you guys like it, keep using it, bro. Don't let no one's opinion really change what you guys got going on. But once again, please do like, comment, and subscribe in the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.